No, last year you guys basically had your way with their defense, but now they got a new defensive coordinator. You see any improvement, or in what areas from watching film you see A&M's gotten better?
No, we really haven't focused on A&M a lot yet, since it's only Monday. So we're still, finishing up good, bad, and ugly with Arkansas. And then once that time comes, we'll, get more adept at looking at them. But, last year's last year. So, we're going to have obviously a whole new game plan this year, and, hopefully we go in there and execute it.
Is that something that's going to be emphasized to block out that 59-0 score from last year?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's even like with last week's game against Georgia, we try to block that one out and try to focus on Arkansas. So every game is a season within itself. So, we're obviously not going to even go focus on last year at all, because that's a whole different year, a whole different team for both sides. So we're just going to focus on the game plan this week.
You made the trip there 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, I did.
What do you remember about the stadium, the atmosphere, the heat, and everything?
The atmosphere was really electric. Obviously, the temperature is probably going to be a little different, just because that was probably like the third game of the season. I think it was our first SEC game, so it was hot there. But like I said, the atmosphere was really electric, and that was before they even had their renovation, where they added a few thousand seats to make it the largest SEC stadium largest SEC stadium. And it was loud then, so it'll be very interesting to see how loud it can get now.
When they do their sway, I guess at the beginning of the fourth quarter, what's that like as an opposing player to see that?
It really gives you goosebumps, just to see, it's almost like the stadium is like literally rocking. So like I said, and that was before, they even had the renovations now. So it'll be very, interesting to see how the effect of that, plays out this year.
What have you seen out of Jay? Because he's kind of gone from a backup to taking over the starting role, and what does he bring to the offense?
Just the confidence, game in and game out, is obviously there. He usually was more of a quiet reserve guy, but now he has a lot more fire on the field, and that kind of just, we rally around that, as with him being our quarterback. And then also, his ability to scramble and make plays on his feet. Obviously a lot of people didn't, really, guess that he would have that ability too. Just so all the different things that he can do on and off the field, it also gives everybody around him an edge. So we just rally around him.
You've been giving Jake any tips on scrambling?
No, it's funny. He has a lot more body control than I thought, almost a little more than I have too. So he sometimes just weaves around defenders. I think they don't even guess it either. So it's real interesting to see him run. I kind of just stand behind him and all as he runs sometimes.
You guys were moving the ball well early on, but then would stall in the red zone. What do you attribute that to, and what do you need to do to sort of clean that stuff up?
It's just simple execution. Might not, offensive line might, not hold a block long enough. Wide receiver might not take as many steps as he should. It's just simple things that we work on in practice day in, day out. So it's about, in that time, when you're in the red zone, you got to come out with some points. Obviously you want a touchdown, but a field goal is good too. So, we just have to do better than that.
What about your role? How would you describe your role so far this year?
I'm just, willing to help the team win any way possible, simple.
Saban said last week there was maybe trying to hit too many home runs.
Yeah.
What was that?
I always feel like I want to take advantage of any opportunity that I get. So I might try to do it too much in the sense of every time I get the ball, I want to score a touchdown. Well, obviously anybody will want to, but anybody wants to, to have the will to win, but it's the will to prepare to win. I think I had my best week of practice last week, and I feel like I played my best game last week too. So,
was that something in your mind?
Yeah.
As you got into the game?
Yeah, of course. I felt like I was trying to I wanted the game to come to me. I didn't want to try to force a game upon myself. So that was something that I really worked on all week, and I feel like it worked out in the end.
This is Jake's second hostile stadium, but he seemed to handle. How did he handle it against Georgia? It seemed like he had a good game, no mistakes.
Yeah, we were able to get the Georgia crowd out of it pretty early, so that definitely helped them at the same time. But the defense played well, and we rally around the special teams playing well too. So it was easy for the offense just to go out there and just try to execute, and we were just trying not to make mistakes. So as long as we go out there and execute and do what we have to do, I feel like we can win any game.
But is that a game where you guys gained even more confidence in him because of the way he handled it, even though they did get quieter early?
Yeah, of course. Jake is a great competitor. So like I said, his competitive fire came out. His competitive fire comes out in those games, and we rally around his ability to go out there and, make plays on his feet and in the air. So when he does that, it gives everybody else even added confidence to go out there and play their best.
There was at one point during the Arkansas game where you kind of ended up on the sideline. It looked like Arkansas's coach bumped you a little bit. Do you kind of remember anything from that play? Or
Nah.
And
last question, guys.
With A&M's potential for big plays, that put any extra onus or pressure on y'all to, as an offensive player, to kind of match some of those?
Yeah, it does, obviously, but at the same time, like I keep saying, it's all about our game plan. So our defense will do their best job to, slow down their fast pace. But I think the main thing is for us to go out there and make sure we hold the ball, hold the possession, so our defense can have rest, because obviously they're a fast-paced offense, and to, not having turnovers and put our defense in a bad spot where, obviously they're a good offense, so they can go out there and, capitalize on a short field. So it's our job to, like I said, hold possession and not having turnovers and execute our game plan.
Thank you, guys.